Guys, today we are going to see the new point from the IR spectroscopy, and today's point is the diatomic vibrating rotator. As we know, the molecule has four kinds of motions: electronic motion, vibrational motion, rotational motion, and the translational motion. So here we are going to learn only the vibrational motion for the vibrational spectroscopy or the IR spectroscopy. But instead of pure vibration, we will observe rotation also. So the diatomic molecule, it acts as a vibrating rotator. So we will see what kind of transition will be possible in the diatomic vibrating rotator. So see here, the diatomic vibrating rotator, the point is written. According to Born-Oppenheimer approximation, combined rotational vibrational energy is the sum of separate energies. As we know, according to Born-Oppenheimer approximation, the total energy is the sum of all kinds of motions energy. As the energy of the electronic motion, energy of the vibrational motion, energy of the rotational motion, and the energy of the translational motion. So for the vibrating rotator, we will consider only the vibrational energy and the rotational energy. So total energy is equal to E rotational plus E vibrational, and that capital E is the energy in the joules. And we have to find out energy in the per centimeter. So I have written that equation for small e, or the energy is in terms of the wave number. So small e total is equal to E rotational plus E vibrational, and that energy's unit is per centimeter. So taking separate expressions for the rotational energy and the vibrational energy, Ej is equal to Bj in bracket j plus 1 minus dj square in bracket j plus 1 bracket square plus hj cube in bracket j plus 1 bracket cube plus k j raised to 4 in bracket j plus 1 bracket raised to 4, and Ev is equal to V plus half omega bar E minus in next bracket V plus half bracket square omega bar E xz per centimeter. So Ev is equal to Ev is equal to V plus half omega bar E minus V plus half bracket square omega bar E xc, and unit of the vibrational energy is per centimeter. So we have two equations, Ej and Ev. Ej represents the rotational energy and Ev represents the vibrational energy. Here J is a rotational quantum number and small v is the vibrational quantum number, and omega bar E is the equilibrium frequency and xc is the inharmonicity constant. Then the capital B, D, H and J are the rotational constants. So capital B is called as a rotational constant, D is called as a centrifugal distortion constant, and H and K are also the constants. So we will see the equation here for the combination of energy of the two motions, rotational motion and the vibrational motion, because our molecule which possesses two kinds of motion, vibration as well as the rotation. So we will calculate the energy in the combined form. So equation is given here, EJV is equal to EJ plus EV. Here Ej is the rotational energy and the EV is the vibrational energy. So EJV is equal to Bj in bracket j plus 1 minus dj square in bracket j plus 1 bracket square plus hj cube in bracket j plus 1 bracket cube plus k j raised to 4 in bracket j plus 1 bracket raised to 4. So this is the equation of the Ej. Now we have to write the equation for Ev. That was we have written here. So just write here plus V plus half omega bar E minus V plus half bracket square omega bar E XC. So I have written here both the values of EJ and EV from here and just added these two equations in the EJV. So EJV is equal to BJ in a bracket J plus 1. So I have written here BJ in a bracket J plus 1, and I have neglected all these terms because the distortion constants are very small as compared to the capital B. So I have neglected all the rotational constants except then B. Okay, so D, H, K, that are the distortion constants or the centrifugal distortion constants, and these are very less as compared to the capital B or the rotational constant. So they are removed from the equation. So BJ in bracket J plus 1 plus, write this as it is, V plus half omega bar E minus V plus half bracket square omega bar E XC. So this is the equation by which we can calculate the energy of a vibrating rotator. So keep in mind this equation, the energy of the vibrating rotator, that is a small EJV, is equal to BJ in bracket J plus 1 plus V plus half into omega bar E minus V plus half bracket square omega bar E XC. And the selection rule for the combined motions. So selection rule for this combined motions are delta V is equal to what? It is plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3 and so on. So each time the vibrational transition occurs from the ground state 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3, 0 to 4 and so on. Then for the delta J, the selection rule is plus minus 1. And the rotational energy levels for two different vibrational states of a diatomic molecule. Delta J is equal to minus 1, we will observe the P branch. And when delta J is equal to plus 1, we will observe the R branch. So, in the vibrational spectroscopy, due to presence of the two states of a diatomic molecule, we will observe the P branch and the R branch. When delta J is equal to minus 1, we will observe the P branch, and when delta J is equal to plus 1, we will observe the R branch. So, new concept is introduced here, the P branch and the R branch. So, see here some of the rotational energy levels for the two vibrational states of a diatomic molecule. So, as we know, the electronic energy levels are much larger, in between that the vibrational energy levels are placed, and again inside the vibrational energy levels there are the number of rotational energy levels. So, see here V is equal to 0, this is a vibrational ground state, and here V is equal to 1, that is a vibrational first excited state, and small v is the vibrational quantum number. So, here just transition is given, V is equal to 0 to V is equal to 1, but inside the vibrational energy levels there are the rotational energy levels present. So, see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the number of a rotational energy level or the rotational quantum number. So, for the ground state, the rotational quantum number was represented by J double prime. And same way, again here are the number of energy levels which are placed inside V is equal to 1 state, and that are given by J prime notation. Okay, so J prime is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Here J double prime represents the ground state rotational energy levels, and the J prime represents the excited state rotational energy levels. So, such a kind of the rotational energy levels can be observed for first two vibrational states of a diatomic molecule. So first two vibrational states have V is equal to 0 and V is equal to 1, and inside that there are the rotational energy levels present. So see again, here the transitions are shown for the P branch and the R branch. So as I have said, here V is equal to 0 state and V is equal to 1, which we have seen here. So just same diagram, but here the transitions are shown. So at the left side you can see that the transition occurs from 1 to 0, then 2 to 1, then 3 to 2, then 4 to 3, then 5 to 4. Such a kind of transitions are shown from J double prime to J prime state. Then at the right side you can see the transition occurs from ground state 0 to 1, then 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, then 5 to 6. Such a kind of the transitions are shown here. So you can see that in the left side there is a difference of -1. So when we do 5 minus 6 for this transition, what will be the difference? 5 minus 6 is equal to -1, because 5 is the excited state and 6 is the ground state. So excited state minus ground state. By this way we can take the difference always. So higher energies of the excited state and the lower energy of the ground state, and the energy level number of the excited state is 5 and the ground state is 6. So 5 minus 6, it is equal to -1. So the lines which shows the difference of transition, that is a delta J is equal to -1, these are responsible for the observing P branches. So all these transitions at the left side shows the P branches, because for all these transitions the difference of the excited state minus ground state is -1. Then see for the right side, here first transition is from 0 to 1. Okay, so 1 minus 0, what will be? It is 1. So when delta J is equal to +1, we will observe the R branch. So by this way we can observe the P and R branches. Whenever the selection rule is delta J is equal to -1, we will observe the P branch, and when the selection rule is delta J is equal to +1, which is observed for the transitions, we will get the R branches. So for the first transition we will see it is a P1. Then for next transition it is P2, P3, P4, P5 and P6. So we have 6 transitions, so we can get the 6 lines of the P branches. And again for the right side we will observe the 6 lines for the R branches. So R branch will be started from R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 to the right side with increase in the frequency per centimeter. So the frequency of the P branches is less as compared to the R branches, and the center of that P and R branches, that will be observed at omega bar oscillation. Okay, so at the center we can take the omega bar 0 or omega bar O. At the left side we will observe the P branches, at the right side we will observe the R branches, and the spacing between two P lines, it is twice B, and spacing between two R lines, it is again twice B. So see here difference is given R0 and R1. How much difference is there? It is twice B, and then for the P1 and P2 obviously it is twice B. So spacing between these two transitions is equal, it is twice B. So this figure is of some transitions between the rotational vibrational energy levels of a diatomic molecule together with the spectrum arising from them. So we have taken only 2 energy levels of a vibrating molecule, V is equal to 0 and V is equal to 1. But inside that there are number of rotational energy levels placed, and the ground state are the J double prime and the excited states are J prime. So there are the transitions. At the left side I have taken the transitions in which delta j is equal to -1. So we will get the P branch. At the right side we will get delta j is equal to +1 difference, and this transition shows the R lines, and spacing between two P lines and two R lines, that will be twice B. So this two expression may be conveniently combined into. So we have taken equations EJV is equal to Bj in bracket j plus 1 plus V plus half omega bar E minus V plus half bracket square omega bar E xc. Again we have taken these two equations initially, EJ and EV separately, then we have found EJV, that is a combined energy of the vibrational plus rotational motion. So now we can write delta j is equal to +1, that is j prime is equal to j double prime plus 1, or j prime minus j double prime is equal to +1. So see, we have seen when we will get delta j is equal to +1, so we will get the R branch. So what we want, the difference between j prime and j double prime, it will be +1. So when this condition j prime minus j double prime is equal to +1, just transfer this negative term to the right side, we will get the value of j prime, and that value is j double prime plus 1. Therefore EJV is equal to omega bar 0 plus twice B in a bracket j double prime plus 1 per centimeter. This is equation number 1. So we can use this equation to calculate the energy of R branch. EJV or delta EJV is equal to omega bar 0 plus twice B in a bracket j double prime plus 1, and the unit of the energy is per centimeter, and here j double prime, that is the energy level number or the rotational quantum number of the ground state. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Then same way we can calculate the energy for the P branches, and that will be calculated by using this equation 2. Delta j is equal to -1. So we got the difference between these two transitions energy level, that is delta j is equal to -1. So j double prime is equal to j prime plus 1, or we got this difference j prime minus j double prime is equal to -1. So excited state is j prime, ground state is j double prime. So by taking the difference between these two states, we can get a difference -1. When the difference is -1, we will get the P branches. Okay, so just transfer this j prime to the right side and find out the equation. You will get this j double prime is equal to j prime plus 1, and the energy of the P branch, that can be calculated by using this equation, omega bar 0 minus twice B in a bracket j prime plus 1 per centimeter. So here j prime is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. So see what is the difference between the energy of the R branch and energy of the P branch. So first equation is used for the calculation of the energy of the R branch, and this equation is used for the calculation of energy of a P branch. Okay, so here the plus notation is there and here it's a minus notation. So from this we can observe that the omega bar 0 is the central frequency. Okay, so from the center the frequency is increasing. Here plus sign shows the increase in the frequency. So from center point to the right side the frequency is going to increase and it will show the R branches. And see here the omega bar 0 value is if given, you can see that when you can subtract this term from that omega bar 0, you will observe that the value of the frequency will be shifted to the left side of omega bar 0. So simply the frequency of the P branches is less than the frequency observed at the center point, that is omega bar 0. So these two expressions may conveniently combine into. So we can take these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2, in the combined form. EJV is equal to mu bar spectroscopic is equal to omega bar 0 plus twice Bm. So this omega bar 0 is common in this two and plus twice Bm is taken. Okay. So twice B, again this term is common. So what will be the m? M is this, j double prime plus 1 or j prime plus 1. So m is equal to j double prime plus 1 for the equation 1 and j prime plus 1 for the equation 2. So delta j is equal to plus 1 and delta j is equal to minus 2 we observe for equation 1 and 2. So the frequency omega bar 0 is the band origin or the band center, and the line spacing from delta j called. So when we get the line spacing or the delta j value, here we have seen what? Delta j is equal to plus 1, we will observe the R branch. When delta j is equal to minus 1, we will get P branch. But instead of that, we will again observe some branches that are O, P, Q, R, S. When delta j is equal to minus 2, we will observe O branch. When minus 1, we will observe P branch. When we observe 0, it will be Q branch. When we observe the plus 1, it will be R branch. And when we observe plus 2, it will be S branch. So when delta j values are this, we will observe these branches. So inclusion of centrifugal distortion constant D leads to the following expressions for the spectrum. Delta E is equal to mu bar spectroscopic is equal to omega bar 0 plus twice Bm. Okay, this is taken as it is, minus dm cube per centimeter. Means when we are going to vibrate molecule, it's obviously it is in the rotating motion. So we have to add the distortion constant, and when we write the same equation with the inclusion of the distortion constant, that will be written in this form: omega bar 0 plus twice Bm minus 4 dm cube per centimeter. And this small m is plus minus 1, plus minus 2 and plus minus 3. And D is negligible at the higher degree of accuracy, so that we can consider only capital B. Okay, B is the rotational constant and D is the centrifugal distortion constant. And that centrifugal distortion constant, capital D, can be neglected at a higher degree of accuracy. So here J prime represents the upper state, which we have seen. J double prime represents the ground state, and when we calculate the change in energy of the excited state and the ground state, so our excited state is, see here in this diagram, the excited state is J prime and the ground state is J double prime. And when we want to find out the change in energy between these two energy states, so that will be calculated by using the equation delta EJV is equal to E J prime V is equal to 1. So J prime is the excited state of the rotational energy and V is equal to 1, it is the excited state of the vibrational energy. Minus, we have to subtract the energy of the ground state. So ground state includes J double prime and V is equal to 0. So I have written this and put the values. Okay. So initially you can write for the excited state and then you can write the EJV equation for the ground state. So I have written this term for the excited state, EJ prime V is equal to 1, and this is for the ground state. Okay. So for the excited state, B J prime in bracket J prime plus 1, this is the rotational energy, plus we have to add the vibrational energy. It is V plus half omega bar E, and here V for the excited state is 1, that's why I have written here 1 plus half omega bar E, minus V plus half bracket square omega bar E x is there. So V is equal to 1. Again I have written this. So our first energy of the excited state, that will be completed. Now we have to subtract the energy of the ground state. So I have written here minus symbol in another bracket. Again you have to write initially the J double prime or the EJ. So EJ is BJ double prime in bracket J double prime plus 1. This is the rotational energy of the ground state. Plus we have to write the vibrational energy of the ground state. So it is V plus half omega bar E. V is equal to 0. So equation will be half omega bar E minus V plus half bracket square. So V is 0. So half bracket square omega bar E XE. Now we have two equations or the two terms in the equations Ej double prime, Ej prime V is equal to 1 minus Ej double prime V is equal to 0. So we have written all the values here. Okay. So by solving this we will get the final equation omega bar 0 plus B in a bracket J prime minus J double prime in a bracket J prime plus J double prime plus 1. So you can solve this and you will get this equation. Okay. So we got the change in energy of the excited state and the ground state that was given in our book. This is omega bar 0 plus B in bracket J prime minus J double prime in another bracket J prime plus J double prime plus 1 per centimeter. So in last lecture we have seen the omega bar 0 value, okay, or the omega bar O. So it is a oscillation frequency and that will be given by omega bar E in a bracket 1 minus twice Xe. So for the fundamental absorption, okay, so consider here we have taken the ground state to the first excited state transition V is equal to 0 to V is equal to 1, and what we have learnt in the last lecture, the transition from ground state to the first excited state, that will be called as a fundamental absorption. And we have seen the omega bar 0 value or the value of the change in energy of the first transition, that will be omega bar E in a bracket 1 minus twice Xe. So I have written here omega bar 0 value. This is omega bar E in a bracket 1 minus twice Xe. So after solving this we will get here instead of this omega bar E in a bracket 1 minus twice Xe and plus the remaining term. So I have written this omega bar 0 at the place of this term in this equation of delta EJV. So taking B to be identical in the upper and lower vibrational states is a direct consequence of the Born-Oppenheimer approximation. Rotation is unaffected by the vibrational changes. So students, see what we have seen in today's lecture. We have taken a vibrating rotator. So it has two kinds of energies, vibrational as well as a rotational. So we have taken the energies in the joules and per centimeter. Then we have written the equation of the energy for the rotational motion and the vibrational motion. Then we have added these two equations and got the energy of the combined motion. And the selection rule is written here. Delta V is equal to plus minus 1 plus minus 2 and so on. And the delta J is equal to plus minus 1. When we get the delta J is equal to minus 1, it will be P branch. When delta J is equal to plus 1, it will be R branch. So such type of the energy levels will be observed in a diatomic molecule. And this is the diagram which shows the transitions for the P branch and the R branch. And then we have calculated the energy of the R branch and energy of the P branch. After that, we have taken the combined equation of these two energies, omega bar 0 plus twice Bm, and we have seen one series OPQRS. These are the branches. When observed, the delta J value is minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2. Then we have taken when there is a centrifugal distortion, delta E is equal to mu bar spectroscopic is equal to omega bar 0 plus twice Bm minus 4 dm cube. So D is the centrifugal distortion constant and it will be negligible when there is a higher degree of accuracy. And lastly, we have seen the change in energy of the excited state minus ground state. So according to Born-Oppenheimer approximation consequence, we observe that the rotational motion is unaffected by the vibrational change.